Welcome to the Battle Zone. This is the Animated Wrestling League Strong and Free, coming to you from the Greater Toronto area. And we are starting off tonight's action with a Canadian National Championship Right to Challenge Scramble match. The 4 women who did not get pinned or submitted by Usa-chan last week in the 6-way scramble to determine the new Canadian National Champion are wrestling each other in an elimination bout in order to see who is going to go to a main event tonight and challenge Usa-chan in the first defense of the Canadian National Championship. And already it is Wild Thing of Monster Union. And we have 2 members of Monster Union, both the female members. We got Neko Musume and Wild Thing in the ring together. Will they team up? No, they will not. That's not how these singles matches work, I'm quite sorry to say. I wish they were. We are calling this episode Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better, because there's going to be a double title match next week on AWL Hontai. We're right here in Canada. We're going to do the same thing. Double title match. Main event tonight, of course, for the Canadian National Championship, but we have also got House Classic making a defense of the World Tag Team Championship against T49T, Hassan and Kid Canada making the challenge tonight. And we've also got a match between the Master of Snake Style and the Hot Property, Fire Ant versus Ophidian later tonight. Literal years, decades of history there. And there are some questions I say need to be answered. All that and more coming up on AWL Strong and Free. Focusing now on the Canadian National Championship division. Edith Surreal fighting off, wait a minute, Wild Thing now. Wild Thing looking for her signature maneuver. He's Tatsuaza. Lycanthra! 1, 2, and the Enjoy Wrestling Champion kicks out of the Lycanthra Bomb at 2.85. A couple of stories coming into this match you need to be aware of. One is that 3 of these women, and that is Wild Thing, Neko Musume, and Edith Surreal, are either on the bubble of the danger zone, in the danger zone, or mathematically locked in the danger zone. That means they are due to compete in the, wait a minute, covering here, 1, 2, kick out. Which means they are due to compete in the career-threatening Boxomania match at our season finale in just 4 weeks' time. However, all reigning champions are immune from Boxomania, which means a victory here in this opening contest, plus a victory in a second, possibly even more grueling match later tonight in the main event against Usa-chan, that could save you from Boxomania if you can defend and maintain that championship through to the finale. Still looking for our first elimination. Oh! Transylvanian twist for the 1, 2, 3. First woman out is Edith Surreal.
Has been eliminated on victory through Wild Thing.
Taking a quick look at the win-loss records. That's going to bring Wild Thing, let's get over to the Strong and Free file here. That's going to bring Wild Thing up to 31 wins, 46 losses in her AWL career. Still mathematically locked in the danger zone, so a victory here. You remember, you also don't have to get a clean sweep. You just have to be the last woman standing to earn the right to challenge the Pink Bunny Girl, Usa-chan, for the AWL Canadian National Championship. Also, we've still got that tag team title match coming up. 2 massive championship encounters. Coming up here, we got a choke slam. 10 minutes and about 30 seconds left on the clock. 15-minute time limit in this 4-way elimination. Essentially a reshuffle match. This is not the best 4 reshuffle, of course, but this is, we have 4 guaranteed challengers as long as Usa-chan holds the title. That's the other reason for urgency here. Is if any of these women beat Usa-chan to win the Canadian National Championship, the other 3 are out of the title picture.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
Wrestlers can hear those time calls just as well as you and I can. And I'm hoping, if you're curious who's going to be the Canadian National Champion at the end of the night, you know what you can do? Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Let us know you're out there. Leave a comment. I will probably personally respond to every single comment that isn't obvious spam. So at least if you can at least make your spam convincing, I'll probably respond to it anyway. I'm that kind of person. 9.5 minutes. Oh, backdrop driver. Now you're not going to see a great deal in terms of breakups here. Breaking up of covers, breaking up of pinfalls or submissions, because everybody wants to make it to the end. So if your opponent eliminates your other opponent, that's fine for you. You're still in the bloody match. 9 minutes and change remaining. Oh! Almost a modified Blue Thunder Bomb there. Into the cover. And no unity with the Monster Union team, the Unholy Alliance. Cats and dogs wrestling together. Mad Hysteria. Oh boy. Right to the ribs. Nekamusume can't do anything, won't do anything. Kick out. Doesn't have to do anything. Collar and elbow tie up. And now, we've seen her doing that Transylvanian drop. She's not Samoan. Why should we pretend she is? The lethal lycanthrope, the hardcore furry in trouble here. As the educated back paws of the cat daughter, and she gets hit by a titanic drop kick from Project Kaiju of the AWL's Augment faction. The superhuman, super science robot monsters versus the supernatural Neko Spirit and the literal werewolf. I love professional wrestling. Takedown going up. Oh, using the ropes, a little bit of assistance there. Bending rules, but not breaking them. And I believe you can still be disqualified in this kind of a match. Uh-oh, going for another lycanthrope bomb, but it does not connect. Nekamusume wants the victory here, I think. Chop block clothesline combination. There's a bit of an unintentional tag Kogeki there, I think. And there we go, Cat. Furious Feline Frenzy by Nekamusume. Running face first into her own tag team partner. Irish whip, spin kick. As Project Kaiju and there's goes for the Canadian crunch, also known as a code breaker. Damage done. What are we going to see here? Looking for another lycanthrope bomb. We're going to see it. Satsuwaza lycanthrope bomb. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. 2 down, 1 to go.
Has been eliminated. 2 victories, 2 wild things.
And we could very easily see a rematch between Usa-chan and Wild Thing, having that amazing Best of 7 series not that long ago that brought Betty Bubbles back to the Animated Wrestling League. That was just last season. We might be running back that match, or we might have the biggest, baddest bruiser of the Augments, at least in the Joshi division, as our new Canadian National Champion. 1, 2, that could not quite yet, but it could happen. Less than 6 minutes now on the clock. In the event of a time limit draw, neither of these women will get an opportunity. The AWL Commissioner will have to name a different wrestler for this week, so contendership would remain a possibility for all 4. Diving, I don't know if that was supposed to be a knee drop, a headbutt, or something in between. 5:30 remaining. What are we looking for here? One more lycanthrope bomb could do it. Irish whip. Back elbow. Looking for the knockout. Oh, what is this? Going up. Satsuwaza! Can she get it? Lycanthrope bomb! Come on, cover, cover. 5 minutes left.
5 remain.
1, 2, 3. That does it. Wild Thing, your winner. And that is 3 consecutive victories for the hardcore furry. And that's going to bring her up to 33 and 46. Ratio of -13. She jumps. And with an opportunity at Usa-chan, that could be... She could get out of the danger zone. She is no longer mathematically locked.
Here's your winner in a clean sweep, Wild Thing.
So tonight we've got our main event. It is going to be Usa-chan defending the Canadian National Championship against Wild Thing, running back the best of 7 series. Okay, so much going on here, so much history. We just need to get to this.
The point contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from
None of us have forgotten Fire. None of us have forgotten.
The property, Fire Ant.
Alright, Fire Ant dressed for battle here in his last Ant standing gear, saying flat out, I do not believe that Ophidian has changed from when he was the leader of the Crucible back in the dying days of Chikara. I mean, the new Ophidian, he looks like the Cobra Supernova, but I don't know. We're gonna maybe find out in this, the true crucible of combat.
The limitless style, into style. The master of snake style. The Cobra Supernova. Ophidian.
So they have decided they're gonna fight it out, and they're gonna let the gods favor the just, with victory in what I can only call now a trial by combat. I want it to be true. I want it to be the case. But I think we all know we cannot trust a snake. "10 minutes on the clock. AWL rules in effect." Here we go. And oh, great arm drag escape there by Fire Ant. Comes out like a house on fire. What else could I say? Springboard high cross body. Fire Ant, ever the athletic, ever the agile, the last known surviving member of the colony, and one of the few who didn't turn out to be a total asshole. Oh! Running kick right to the head of the Cobra. Please interpret that in a family-friendly way. Snake Man gonna have to slither out of this one as looks like a good an ankle hold, an ankle lock applied here, trying to twist. Now the side protection of the wrestling boots will provide a little bit of protection to those kind of twist to the ankle moves, but not a lot. And there's a flying forearm. Fire Ant altering up, mixing up the offense a little bit here. So far, and there, a forearm strike. I think that might be the first offensive move Ophidian tipped this match. And he gets into it, goes round and round and round. He does that amazing body agency to make him a legend of Chikara. And wait a minute, the snake now planting his feet, trying to keep the ant off balance. These two have wrestled each other many times over the years. They have been friends, they have been allies, they have been enemies. The question is, what are they now? Here we go. 1, 2, kick out with about 8 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time. Ophidian bringing the kicks into that, bringing in the martial arts elements of the snake style. Right hand. Oh, and there we go. Step up Enzigiri. The scythe of the Pharaoh for the 1, 2, kick out. Oh god, I really hope my throat's not going again. I love doing this too much. I love calling professional wrestling. Going for the Egyptian Destroyer. No, countered, reversed into the roll-up. 1, 2. And the frenetic fireball could pick up a quick and easy win here. The man who never takes the day off. The man who has been accused of many things in his life. Laziness, never one of them. Downward spiral. Fire Ant. Looking for something big. Might be looking for... Yeah, I think it is. The Satsuwaza. Beach break. Beach break from Fire Ant for the 1, 2. No, a kick out by the Cobra Supernova. What is he? What's gonna be? Oh, gonna go for it again? Yes, he is. One more time. He salts the beach break. He took 2 of them, but 1, 2, 3. Fire Ant defeats Ophidian. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm still left with more questions than answers.
Here's your winner, Fire Ant.
But very happy to see a victory for Fire Ant here in the Animated Wrestling League. Hey, wait a minute. He's not scheduled to be here. What's going on here, guys? Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. That's Eddie Kingston, but what the hell is he doing here? Well, we got a referee. Well, Eddie Kingston, recently, as he alluded to, losing the Strong Openweight Championship, leaving him for the first time since the Continental Classic, since before the Continental Classic tournament, for the first time in about a year without any championships whatsoever. And we do understand a diagnosis of a knee injury, but this is not a sanctioned, is this a sanctioned match? I don't know. I do not know if Eddie Kingston is medically cleared to compete in the Animated Wrestling League, but he's issued an open... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, boy. Well, we just saw the master of snake style competing, and it looks like a practitioner of that same style.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest has been made official by the AWL.
Okay, we're going with it.
Already in the ring, fighting out of Yonkers, New York, Eddie Kingston. And his opponent, making his way to the ring, from the realm of the Hontai, accompanied by Manipulator, representing Monster Union, the Serpentine Sensation, Eddie Kingston.
Well, you heard him, folks. Viva Monster Union. The master of snake style has left the ring. And now a practitioner of the snake style coming out. And our camera's focusing on the entering wrestler, but Fire Ant just gave a fist bump to Eddie Kingston. No heat between them, apparently. But the War King, the last of a dying breed, the King of the Bums, the King of Ashes, the first ever Grand Champion of Chikara, the first ever Continental Champion of All Elite Wrestling, he says he needs to work out some frustrations, and for a man like Eddie Kingston, wrestling is what he does instead of going to therapy. So, Men. You know what I mean? Anything to avoid going to therapy. But here we go. It's going to be, this is sanctioned. This counts. Eddie Kingston versus Hebitsky. The Japanese Cobra from the realm of the yokai versus the Street Fighter from Yonkers, New York. Eddie Kingston saying, hey, I need to beat somebody up. He's going to do an exploder suplex right into... I'm sorry, was that a Northern Lights bomb? I'm sorry, I sometimes get that confused. But whatever it was right into the turnbuckles. As Eddie Kingston in trouble here. Belly-to-belly slam, crawling on the belly slam. Crawling on your belly-to-belly, maybe we'll call that, I don't know. Of course, the War King and the Venomous Vile Serpent of the Nile Ophidian, they've had many wars over the years, which means Eddie is quite familiar with the snake style. But he didn't know. Wait a minute, now the manipulator getting involved here, pushing the rules a bit on managerial interference. Back elbow attack. Collar and elbow tie-up with 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Eddie Kingston losing a war, an absolute war at the NJPW Strong Resurgence show. Gabe Kidd, your new Strong Openweight champion, won, and it is believed that Eddie Kingston did suffer some sort of a knee injury. And of course, with his wrestling gear, we can't quite tell, how badly wrapped is that knee? How well braced is that knee? Now, Eddie came storming out here. He was not scheduled to be here. This was not part of our rundown for tonight. Hang on, cover here. 1, 2. Eddie, oh man, a loss to Hebitsky right now. That would be embarrassing. Eddie Kingston. Has he been checked out by Dr. Marcus Feelgood and the AWL medical staff? I don't know. I have no idea. We can only assume because the AWL commissioner has sanctioned this match, though I think there's a good chance he's just going with, hey, this sounds like a good idea, let's just run with it. Booking pro wrestling, I hate to say it, folks, really is not rocket science. Since this is a sanctioned match, Eddie Kingston is 7-9 in AWL competition. He is facing off against the Serpentine sensation Hebitsky, who is 32-33 in AWL competition, making him -1, meets Eddie Kingston at -2. So this is actually a pretty even match as far as the numbers go here in the Animated Wrestling League. But right now, Eddie Kingston is pissed off, and that makes him the most dangerous man in all of professional wrestling. Eat your heart out, Ken Shamrock. This is the most dangerous man. So honestly, Eddie Kingston at his prime, Shamrock at his prime, I'd love to see that. Going up. Oh! Power slam by Kingston after escaping that Cobra's clutch. And now Uraken connects. I'm not sure if he got all of it, but he got enough. Where's the manipulator's got the referee. The manipulator distracting the referee. 1, 2, and a rope break. Plenty of time to figure out where he was in the ring. The long, lanky limbs of Hebitsky coming to his aid yet again. Referee fortunately seeing the rope break. The Uraken blocked the second time. Snake bite! Snake bite! Snake bite out of nowhere. The snake bite. Reversal. Maybe a bit of a tribute to Sting, who knows? The inverted DDT, Scorpion Death Drop as it is sometimes known. Dragon Screw, leg whip from the man, the modern man, the Gaijin who walks the King's Road. Rolling all the way out. Oh, high forearm. Off of the top rope, down to the floor. A little bit of the AEW style, maybe creeping into the moveset of Eddie Kingston. You can debate in the comments if that's a good thing or a bad thing. 5.5 minutes remaining in this match. Eddie Kingston, he knows his way around brawling on the outside. Honestly, sometimes I think he prefers an outside brawl to an in-the-ring wrestling match. Of course, right now, questionable on what's going to be happening over in All Elite Wrestling. As I'm recording this, I'll be honest.
5 remain.
By halfway through the time limit. I'll be honest, I'm recording this before we know exactly what's going on as far as this injury goes and as far as this Anarchy in the Arena match in All Elite Wrestling goes. I hope Kingston is cleared for participation in that match, because frankly, I'd love to see the Young Bucks taken down a peg or two, or 3 or 4 or 5. But right now, for all we know, Monster Union being, might be owed some money by the Young Bucks. They're up for 1. Collar and elbow. Irish whip into the ring. And a standing backflip. The body agency. Synonymous with the snake style. As they slide in and out of the ring. And that is going to reset the count. Both of these wrestlers perfectly happy to brawl on the outside. Right next to those bike racks that we call crowd barricades here. And right in front of our fans here who are celebrating an excellent Victoria Day weekend here in the Animated Wrestling League. That's, of course, one of the many holidays of the year where Canadians get angry at the sky in memory of a dead queen. Canadians get angry at the sky a lot. They try to blow it up. In Japan, we only do that, once, maybe twice a year, just as a celebration. But no. Here it's very much we have a long weekend. We needed a day off. Elbow drop from the top. Vintage Animated Wrestling League into the cover with 3.5 minutes on the clock. Eddie Kingston, right now, I don't think he could afford the loss psychologically, let alone as far as his career goes. And snake bite, second time in the match with snake bite slithering into the cover. Kingston might be out. 1, 2. No, on pure
3 minutes remaining.
3 minutes left. That was pure muscle memory. That was pure instinct. Eddie Kingston was out of it. Then again, Eddie Kingston's been out of it for most of his life in one way or another. Kick to the midsection. DDT drops him. That man has shared a locker room with Jake the Snake Roberts. And you know Eddie Kingston, such respect for wrestling history. He would have gone up to Jake and said, "Hey brother, can I pick your brain on how to do the DDT right? Because I don't want to be one of those 10,000 wrestlers that does it wrong." Big boot right to the face. And, knee trembler. Trying to become the 5th pillar of heaven. Spear right to the outside. And if you thought this match was going to end inside the ring, you might be out of your mind. 2. In every sense of the word.
2 minutes remaining.
2 count and 2 minutes remaining. Heavy Sky staring holes in Kingston, looking for one more snake bite. And he doesn't, he's not going to get it. Changes his mind at the last second, I think. Hurricane! Hurricane, the back fist to the future. Hurricane, Miraen Hurricane. 1, manipulator being ignored, and I love that. 3, Eddie Kingston with a possibly Pyrrhic, but still very much needed and official victory. Oh God, did I miss that? The snake venom coming out, but it was no match for the Hurricane. The world is cold, you better knuckle up. Eddie Kingston might be on the road to recovery, but he's also on the road to glory in the AWL.
The War King.
Oh, interesting. A challenge laid down by the War King. We'll see if he's able to do that. First of 2 title matches tonight. Tag team action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, one preliminary knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Championship.
Last week, T4-9P defeated the male augments in a number one contenders match to earn this opportunity. They were already the number one rank in the AWL Best 4. They successfully defended that status, earning official contendership. But you gotta remember, T4-9P, specifically the most Canadian man in the world in Canada, still coming off a failed cash-in of the Canadian National Championship, so confidence going to be an issue here. But not for these men, the first ever intergenerational tag team champions, father and son. Not the only ones we've ever had, but the first and reigning. Matt Classic Sr. with his towel on the right. Matt Classic 2 with what his father considers to be the sissy knee pads on the left. The inventor of professional wrestling, the innovator, the man who says it's Reiwa Resu time. And I gotta agree with him right here, because this is the Animated Wrestling League, past, present, and future professional wrestling. Styles from around the universe colliding in our 20 by 20 foot AWL ring. Whether it's over in Tokyo, whether it's here in Toronto, does not matter. We are seeing the defense of the longest tenured championship in the Animated Wrestling League, going back to the very beginning, the AWL World's Tag Team titles. We go now to ringside for official introductions.
Introducing first the challengers. They are the number one rank in the AWL Best 4. Fighting out of New York City, New York, and Calgary, Dramatic Falls, Alberta, Canada. The tag team combination of Hassan, Kid Canada, T4-9P. And their opponents, they are the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions. Tonight making their fourth title defense from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear in the independent circuit. Matt Classic 2, House Classic. And this is an officially sanctioned World Tag Team Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Jeremy Ophidian in charge.
As the referee holds up those Tag Team Championship belts, it's going to be Hassan and the father, Matt Classic Sr., starting us off. Bang the gong, we are on, collar and elbow. No, not even starting with the collar and elbow, straight to the strikes. And an 8-second tag. 8-second tag to Matt Classic 2. Hassan might be a little bit surprised by that. Matt Classic Sr. usually likes to stay in the ring a little bit longer than that. He's been complaining about how short our time limits here are in the AWL for years. He's used to hour-long Broadways back in the carnival days. A couple of left hands there by Matt Classic 2. Lift up, going for thought he might be going for a version of Made in Japan, but hits in fact a knee break, a gut buster over the knee. Elbow drop from the top. The innovator of professional wrestling. No, the father's saying, no, don't tag me. I think this might be a deliberate tactic here. Hassan thought there was going to be a tag, and now there is. So, wait a minute, going for a camel clutch. Oh no, a hip attack. Hip drop. Followed up by an elbow. And remember, Matt Classic Sr., special dispensation, does not wear elbow pads, does not wear knee pads. That's bone on flesh. Whenever he does that, King Kong knee drop, and I think he taught that to King Kong. One. No, a necessary breakup by Kid Canada. This could have been the shortest title match on record. Speaking of time, we've got a 30-minute time limit in this match and in our next bout, which is going to be Wild Thing challenging Usachan for the Canadian National Championship. Extended title match time limits in order to prevent a fluke defense of the title, or at least minimize the risk. We've had tag team championship matches go the full 30 minutes. I believe the Augments defended at least once in that manner. 2 minutes in now. as Matt Classic with the forearm strike. Of course, he's back from the day when a punch, a closed fist to the body or the face was a disqualification, and I don't mean as part of the pure rules. Swing and a miss, that didn't work. Legal combatants, Matt Classic Sr. and Hassan Kid Canada, the man who's looking to make a career resurgence after losing the Canadian National Championship in a failed cash-in on Will Ospreay. This, he's not been legal in the match, and maybe Hassan should be thinking about the tag there, the stunner, and he is thinking about it. Matt Classic Sr. doesn't, anyway, was there a tag? I don't think there was. There might have been a bluff. We call it the game of human chess. It is a thinking man's sport, professional wrestling, and I think there's as much mind games, as many mind games going on here as there are wrestling moves. Into the cover, one. Saving Kid Canada for the breakups, I think. That might have been the tactic on behalf of T49P. Maybe they thought the Classics would be expecting the Canadian to be coming in a house of fire, trying to make up for lost titles. And this is a bluff, a double bluff, a triple bluff? I don't know. All I know is, right now, the Matt Classic 2 calling for the tag. He's not going to get it at this juncture. Is Hassan, the Arab-American dream, born in Baghdad, Iraq. His family escaping the tyranny of Saddam Hussein, allowing him to get to America. Grew up in the United States, now spent years in Japan. Extremely loyal to the AWL, a Season 0 original. And finally, a double tag, and finally, Kid Canada's legal in the match. Knee lift. Kid Canada's been in the AWL since Season 2. 20 seasons he's been with us. Matt Classic 2, a member of that bumper crop of 2015 rookies, dojo graduates. One of the first graduates from the dojo. And we still, and I believe Dragon is still thankful to Matt Classic for allowing him to be a part of the training of his son. That's a massive amount of trust when a fellow wrestler tells you, hey, my kid's looking to get into the business. I trust you to bring him up right. Can can he train with you? Can I pay for him to train with you? And wait a minute, ripcord knee. Innovator of professional wrestling, modern independent style. Everybody's got to have a ripcord or three. The tag's made. Collar and elbow tie-up, Irish whip across the ropes. No. They collide, they stay standing, these two. Actually were part when this... Oh, hang on, one. No.
5 minutes have elapsed. 25 remain.
Back when Kid Canada first appeared in the Animated Wrestling League, that was part of our International Round Robin Trios Tournament, the World Warrior Exhibition. Matt Classic 2, Matt Classic Sr. was a part of Team World, Team International, alongside this man right here in the ring right now, Kid Canada, alongside Wolf, who was our Transylvanian representative at the time. Team World did not win that particular tournament. However, drop down what we have here. And of course, Matt Classic representing parts unknown in that international tournament. He was not part of Team USA, though Hassan was. Collar and elbow now going up, and oh, flat out! Lays him out, DDT on the outside. Referee has begun the 20 count. The title does not change hands on a count out. So both men wanting to get back in the ring. The challengers because they want to win the title, and the champions because they don't want to win by count out. Or lose by count out for that matter. Hassan back in with Matt Classic 2. And another flat out DDT. And he could have a busted nose right there. One. Kick out. We'll hopefully get a better look at Hassan. See how he's doing. Oh, Kawada kick. Oh, what a kick. No, that was terrible, and I apologize, and I'll never say that again. Couple of shots. Paradigm shift from the Arab-American babyface. One. Kick out. 23 minutes on the clock. Coming up across the white rope. Boom. Of course, our ropes here reminiscent of the Canadian flag, our sneaky little maple leaf. That is as it should be. Bionic elbows, tribute to the original American dream. A childhood inspiration for the Arab American dream. Paradigm shift! Rolls all the way away. The Sun has to dash in to make the save. Perfect timing, though, by Matt Classic 2, saving the match for his father and his team and his championship. Oh, look at that, going for the who that gonna beat Matt C. The move he taught. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, the claw, the classic claw locked in. This would be only the second loss this season for T49P, or the second loss this season for House Classic. House Classic 7-1, including 3 title defenses. T49P 4-1, including that #1 contenders match. Paradigm shift for the 3rd time in the contest. 1, 2. The Sun not able to get there in time, but the father able to kick out at the last possible moment. Tag team wrestling. And this is just the semi-final, folks. This is just the semi-main. Wait a minute, here we go. No! Big back body drop by the All-American wrestler. Fighting out of parts unknown. He's got the claw. He's got the classic claw. It's locked in. And I gotta turn off this accent because I sound like a... Sorry, gotta suppress that part of who I am. Alright. Oh, what is wrong with my brain? Oh, face first into the corner. Tag Kogeki opportunity. He gets it. Are we gonna see an intergenerational tag Kogeki? Yes, we are. Boom, arm breaker. As the Sun in the ring. Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! He tries to eliminate Kid Canada with his own move. One of his own better techniques. High knee lift does not connect. Kid Canada backsteps. Belly to belly slam. Don't know if that's what he was intending to do, but it worked. Right hand, back to the feet. Face first, go. Oh, Sling Blade. Sling Blade from the innovator of professional wrestling, and now for a style shift, we go back to the innovator of the inventor of professional wrestling. From the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear in parts unknown to the modern day internationally broadcast mega show, it's the Classics.
10 minutes elapsed. 20 remain.
Plenty of time, 1/3 of the way through the designated time limit for a championship bout in the Animated Wrestling League. Oh, wait a minute, we're going to see him. Oh, Phoenix Splash! It's a hat on a hat, but it's modern wrestling. And there goes the Canadian Crunch from the most Canadian man in sports and entertainment. Is he more Canadian than Drake? Yes, thankfully. Is he more Canadian than Poutine? Yes. Is he more Canadian than Tim Horton himself? Well, I wouldn't go that far. But he is the most Canadian man in the world. Oh, busting open. Blood been spilt on both sides here. We're looking for a very Canadian. Looking for the spear. Spear! Spear, 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 spear. Oh! Go Leafs, go! I know, we're in Toronto. He's from Calgary. I don't care. Oh! Spear right to the outside. Stunner! Matt Classic 2 is out of this. Matt Classic Sr. being thrown to the wolves. One more Canadian Crunch will do it. No, ducks under a back elbow. Right hand connects. As is another. Matt Classic 2 is in big trouble. His father's down on the outside. No help coming. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Rip cord rolling Pele kick. At least I think that's what you would call that. Matt Classic with opportunity here. Oh, drop kick from the challenger. The title is on the line with only 18 minutes on the clock. Hassan looking to finish this off with another paradigm shift, I think. The father is back on the apron. Oh, what is this going to be? No. What is he thinking? I don't think he is thinking at this point. Flat out. Not executed. And now up and Gutbuster. Gutbuster to the top rope. Are we thinking a Patriot missile drop kick? No, we're thinking a tag out to the father. Good block, good defense. Back breaker. Forcing Matt Classic Sr. out of the ring to break the momentum of the match. Irish whip. Drop down. Picks him up. Big back body drop. Excellent execution by Matt Classic Sr. Showing the old dog still has a lot of fight left in him. But it may be a strategic mistake here, and it is a Flair flop. Maybe he taught Flair how to do that. I don't know. 17 minutes remaining. Going up. Military press slam. He is a war vet. Into the back. Both men jockeying for position, and we are way late in this. Collar and elbow tie up. Belly. Oh, belly overhead release suplex. Matt Classic with the opportunity here. The hip attack. The hip attack. The hip drop across the neck. And that's both the claw. And the head's already been cut open. The claw is locked in. The classic claw. The movie taught to Fritz von Erich. No breakup for you. That is a submission victory. The Classics retain in their 4th title defense. Let's take a look at some of that action on the instant replay. And again, this is just the semi-final. There's the thump from Matt Classic Sr. and the Classic Claw finishing the match. Unbelievable professional wrestling. That was a clinic from some of the best in the AWL.
Here are your winners, and still Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions, House Classic.
House Classic, like I said, 4th title defense. Taking a quick look at the AWL Best 4. Looks like Gamba's Shadows are up next, so we'll see these guys in Japan sometime before the end of the season. But now it's time for the main event. Wild Thing winning our 4-way match earlier tonight to earn this opportunity.
The following contest is your main event of the evening, scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission or knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
Well, it's been a good night for Monster Union, specifically for Wild Thing, with not 1, not 2, but 3 victories in our opening contest this evening, earning her that challenger's mark. This is not a randomly chosen challenger for a Canadian National Championship. This is a proper #1 contender. Did not get defeated by Usa-chan, the eventual winner, in last week's 6-way scramble match to crown the new champion. Earned the right to challenge against the other 3 women with that status. And this is her shot. Now, last season, it was the best of 7 series. Went to a draw, 1 time limit draw, and 3 wins apiece, required a tiebreaker at the season finale last year. Or last season, I should say, that was won by this woman. And as a result, she shall be coming out with her inspiration. That's right. The girlfriend is in town. Betty Bubbles, returning to the Animated Wrestling League not as a professional wrestler, but as a manager to Usa-chan. And as you can see, big gold belt around the waist, you can see that that partnership has led to fruitful dividends. The tree of love bears the sweetest fruit, my friends. This is Usa-chan versus Wild Thing, their 8th match in the last 12 months. 8th singles match in the last 12 months. They've been opposite each other, obviously, in the scramble match last week and other situations as well. But we are going back. We are running it back, as they say. As the old carnies used to say, we are running back the match. But this time, it's not just for true love. It's not just trying to force Usa-chan to join Monster Union. That was the stakes of the Best of 7 series. It's for the Canadian National Championship. First of 5 potential title defenses for Usa-chan. 5 wins, you cash in, and you're going against the Joshi champion, which is going to happen over in Japan, with the Intercontinental Championship going to be cashed in on Hontai. Next week is going to be the first ever championship tables match in AWL history, but right now, we had the longest tenured championship a moment ago, now the newest championship in AWL. Let's go to ringside.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of Pennsylvania, representing Monster Union, Wild Thing. And her opponent, she is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion. Tonight, making her first title defense, fighting out of the Warren, representing True Love, accompanied by Becky Bubbles, Usa-chan. This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Jerry Bobadoosh in charge.
Referee makes sure that both wrestlers know, as does the crowd, this is what is on the line in tonight's main event. Canadian National Championship, ending with the Joshi division, as we love to do here in the AWL. 30 minutes on the clock. Rules for the women are the same as the men. 1 fall, 1 submission, or a knockout to decide the winner. In the event of a time limit draw, a count out, or a disqualification, the title remains with the champion. That means champion's advantage in effect. And we are starting us off here, taking a quick look at the win-loss records for this particular contest. Wild Thing coming into this match. Now, 33 wins, 46 losses, ratio of -16. Usa-chan, on the other hand, record of 40 wins, 29 losses, ratio of +11. So +11 meets -13, almost mirror records. But a lot of those losses, remember, quite a few of those losses came at the hands of Usa-chan in that Best of 7 series, including in the tiebreak at the season finale last season. Right hand, forearm strike over the top ropes. Never underestimate the leaping ability, the agility of a rabbit-style wrestler. There you go. Standing double stomp to a standing opponent. Normally, normal people have to use the ropes for that. Head over heels neck breaker. Usa-chan with the cover, first cover of the matchup, but only for a 1 count. Referee slightly late to start the count there. Senior official Joey Babaganoush of the famous Babaganoush wrestling family with the call here tonight. And there you see the manipulator in the background, Betty Bubbles, at least the top of her head in the foreground. Everybody's got somebody in their corner here. And wait a minute, oh no! Bunny flip! Usa-chan with the bunny flip. Now these two women, also veterans of the AWL Joshi division, been here since the very beginning. This is 2/4, 1/2 if you will, of the ladder match that determined the first ever AWL Joshi champion alongside Akira Merane and Dragoness. Akira Merane winning that match, whereas Usa-chan was the one who came up the most short. That was years ago. Usa-chan now a Triple Crown champion. Oh, headbutt. And into another cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out by Usa-chan. Wild Thing has never held a singles championship here in the Animated Wrestling League. This would be her first if she picks it up tonight. She's a 2-time tag team champion. Wait a minute, we saw this earlier 3 times. It's now the Lycanthra Bomb! 1, 2, the move that ended so many matches in their Best of 7 series. But maybe a little too experienced with it is Usa-chan. And remember, the first tag team title reign of Monster Union with the Joshi tag team titles, they lost it to Tiger and Bunny. They lost to Spring Tiger and Usa-chan. So much history here in the main event of AWL Strong and Free, episode 76. Coming up still on Monday, we have got the AWL Grand Championship. Sombo no Yaiba challenging Will Ospreay for the top championship in all of animated wrestling. And we have got the Joshi Championship on the line as well. Wakazaki Ai defends the title in the first ever championship ladder match against the cashing in Intercontinental Champion Black Tiger Queen. There's the kick out. 26 minutes and change now. And lift. Oh, reverse vertical suplex. Usa-chan looking for the big splash. Maybe thinking Usagi DDT. Oh no, just straight punch to the snout. Sometimes as a badly behaved dog, that's what you gotta do. But now the manipulator getting involved. Enzigiri. And another big splash. Now what are we seeing here? She's powering it up. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Extreme! The bunny hop extreme. Will that defend the title? 1, 2. No, very, very close though. Very, very close. 2.75. About 5 minutes into the contest. Crowd chanting, "We're not worthy." Attempt at the Usagi DDT is blocked. The Usagi DDT transition into a second. Here we go. Lycanthro Bomb, and that's a knockout. We have a new champion. New champion on the Lycanthro Bomb. Wild Thing once again defeating Usa-chan, becoming for the first time in her AWL career a singles champion, Canadian national champion. V0 for Usa-chan. Triple crown, but V0. The Satsuwaza Lycanthro Bomb.
Here's your winner, and the Canadian National Champion, Wild Thing.
Viva Monster Union, and that puts the Danger Zone into absolute chaos. Stay tuned next week. We're going to have to figure out everything that's going on here leading into the finale. But for right now, I'm Ryu-sensei. This is the AWL. Please subscribe. And thank you very much. That's it for now. Korede. Shimarida.